So now we are going to have to, well, I don't know. After we did in first period, they thought surface area of the prisms, triangular prisms, was more difficult. But there is something here that's tricky. So I want you to go to your formula sheet right now and look at find a pyramid at the bottom there, and look at surface area. It says what?
1/2 LP.
1/2 LP plus big B. Here's the problem with L. It's not length. It's the, what's another word for it? Slant height. What's another word for slant height?
Face height.
Face height, okay. Look. This is the height of this, right? From kind of where my finger is to the pen. And from here to here, okay, we can make it, you see that right triangle now, with including this? That? It's also called the what? If we have this as a leg and this as a leg, the slant height is the same as the hypotenuse. So, that will come into play, slant height, all right? So again, we're talking about surface area is the sum of the areas of all the outside surfaces of a 3D figure. Okay? We already talked about surface area of cylinders and prisms. Now it's just cones. Those are the 4 shapes you got. Okay? Pyramids, cones, prisms, cylinders. To find the surface area, you're going to find the area of each surface and then add them all together. Pretty simple, right? Surface area is the outside. Painting or wrapping. Here's the one thing that's going to be different now. Okay? It's slant height is the height of one, and I think lady said it, lateral face of the pyramid. Imagine climbing the pyramid or the cone, like the outside of it, right? So if you're going to try to scale the outside of it, that is slant height. You're going up and it's slanted, right? So in other words, if this is the base, the surface area of a square pyramid, these are the shapes you're going to have. Okay, that's the base, and then the slant height would kind of be that right there. Okay, that would be the slant height. The height of it is still from the middle down to the bottom there. Okay, so you're going to have surface area of a square pyramid, surface area of a triangular pyramid, and you just use your formula sheet. We don't need to write them right here. And then the surface area of the cone. So the cone, you're going to have the circular base, okay? And this is going to be the height of the cone, and then this is the slant height. Part of the ice cream the part of the cone that the ice cream drips down on, that's your slant height. Of course, I guess if you have a cake cone, those are kind of cylindrical. Cake cones are kind of cylindrical. All right. So let's look at this one. Let's do it together. We'll redo it. So we got this shape, okay, which is, remember we identify it by the base, which is what? Square, okay? So the surface area formula we just talked about was what? 1/2 LP plus, why is there only one B this time? Why is there not a 2 in front of it?
There's only one base.
Right, because there's only one base for pyramids and cones. 2 bases for cylinders and prisms. So now we have to go back and we got to find big B. Big B in this particular case is a square, yes? It says square. 24, 24, 24, 24. So I can just do 24 squared. In your calculator. In your calculator, what's 24 squared? 576?
Glory said 570. You were 6 off.
Good job, Glory. 576. Okay? Now, let's write that down here. 576. The slant height they give you. Okay? Which is what? 13. And the perimeter we have to figure out, and each side is 24, or you could just do what? Squared 24 times.
Times 6.
Not times.
Oh,
Times 4.
here. Look at Nadine.
Oh, hey Nadine Joy. So glad you're back. Hope you're feeling better.
It's
All right,
6 now, it says what?
24 times 4 is what? In your calculator, 24 times 4.
Wait, so that would be okay. 96.
96. All right, so now we just have to plug it in. And we're going to get 1/2. Slant height is what? 13. Perimeter is 96 plus the area of the base. So in your calculator, I want you to do
1,000
for the whole thing. Just do the left side for me first. 1/2 times 13 times 96. What do you get?
624. Oh, because she's not talking.
Plus 576.
Speak for it.
1,000.
What is it?
1,000.
1200.
Yeah.
So it'd be units squared. U is just units. When there's not. If I don't give you a unit, you don't have to write. How about that? If I don't give it to you, you don't have to write. All right. Questions?
Cat. Yeah, I was so depressed. I literally left the class just to go pee. And, like, I don't want to be here. You're welcome for everybody.
Okay,
to
so
know
we're recording this, and that's on the recording.
No, oh, we were actually. I didn't know that. Sorry.
All right. So, surface area formula. This one is trickier because the base is not a rectangular square. It's a triangle. Again, it's a triangle. And you know what we're going to have to find? The area. Well, yeah, but before that, we're going to have to find what?
The height
Of the...
The slant, the face.
We got the height of the face, which is what?
18.
18. We got the perimeter, right? Here's the base. There,
14.
there, there. So perimeter would be 12 plus 12 plus what? 14. Which equals what? 38, right, Glory?
Yeah, she's right.
Good. How are we going to find the area of the base?
You do 14
Do,
times.
1/2 times base times height.
We do have to do 1/2 times base times height. So let's go. Now, there's something missing though.
I don't know.
What is it? Brianna, the height of the base is missing.
I got 18.
So what are you going to have to do to find the height of the base? Pythagorean theorem.
Losers.
18.
You're going to have to use the Pythagorean theorem to find the height of the base. Now, where is the height of the base going to be?
18. In the center.
Yep.
Your clock's far. It's just an hour.
It's
Which
like-
means what? We're not going to use 14. So we're going to have to use the Pythagorean theorem. This is important. You will have to do this.
Oh,
Yep.
Pythagorean theorem to find
It's like 2 hours, no lectures.
height
oh my God, why did the power go out? The power
of the
went out.
base.
You went out yesterday.
It went out
Ask
like-
around the last 2 days, last 3 days. The class was like,
Yeah, because.
you are the disruption. All right, so we have to find this height of the base by using the Pythagorean theorem. So what are we missing? We're missing the height, which is one of the what?
Legs.
Legs. So we have this one, which is not 14, it's what?
7.
7. So I'm going to take, and we have this one, which is 12 squared minus 7 squared. In your calculator, 12 squared minus 7 squared. So 144 minus 49? 95? So we got to take the square root of 95. 9 point what? 9.7? Right. Now we have to plug that in to find the area of the base. So we're going to get, we got to plug this in here. So that's going to be 1/2.
Glory's goodbye, everyone.
Bye, Glory. Base times 9.5, 9.7. What is it? 184.3. Now we can take all of that and plug it into, what's our formula? 1/2 LP plus big B. So we're going to go 1/2. Slant height is what? 18. Perimeter is what? 38. All right, in your calculator, what is 1/2 times 18, which is 9? What's 9 times 38? What is it? 342. Plus 184.3, which is what? 526.3. So I got 1/2 times 14 times 9.7. It's what? Why don't you stop?
I wonder what they'll think this noise is. This is your cup, I guess. Is your cup sweeter?
So what'd you get?
This looks weird. No,
What is 67.9?
because half of 14 is 7 times 9.7. I don't know what 9.
Area of the base.
400.
Right? We got 1/2 of 14, which is 7. And 7 times 9.7, which is what? Add those two together, what do you get? 400 and what? 409.9. Okay. I got it. All right, so let's talk about this one. Should be a little easier, right? We know that the area, on your formula sheet, what's the formula for surface area?
It's, I don't know, I can't see. Oh, got you. Pi r squared plus pi rl.
Like that? Pi r squared plus pi rl? Alright, so this, what does pi r squared represent? Alan, what's pi r squared represent?
Circle.
Yeah, the what of a circle? Area of a circle, yes? So we got pi, what's the radius? 12 squared plus pi, and what's the slant height? 16. All right, in your calculator, 12 squared is?
144, I memorized that.
And what's 12 times 16?
192.
192. What's 144 plus 192?
336.
So you can leave it like that. If you left it like that on your answer sheet, it would be correct. Would not be wrong. But, you know, on your warm-up, didn't they give you that in the warm-up today? No?
So did you have a test?
What's that?
Did you have a test?
Can you check her test? Oh, did you have it? Yeah. You can... Your answer choices weren't like this?
No.
Oh, they must have been first grade. So sometimes you can leave your answers like this, or you multiply it out. So in your calculator, 336 times 3.14.
105,504.
1055 what?
0.0.
Inches. Or like that. So either way is fine. And we had a radius of 12, a slant height of 6. Okay? Either way is fine. One of the warm-ups I gave, must have been first period, had your answer choices in terms of pi or... It was the other day, right? Yeah. All right, you try that one. Square pyramid. You try that one, and I'll get your test while you're trying that one. I'll get your test while you're trying that one.
This would be like I don't.
All right, you guys try that one.
Thank you.
I forgot how to find the perimeter.
Perimeter is the outside of the outside length. So that is a square. I've only given you enough information for a square base.
For a square base, you square, right?
Oh.
In the area, yes.
Okay.
Oh. Would that be the base of the
Is it unrecorded? It should be, right? It's done recording. It's a done recording. It said you were recording. Why do you need to record it?
So we can make the videos.
I know, but when are you gonna be gone then? Like, you only give us those videos.
Next year, why wouldn't you teach us
Next year, all the
against
kids will be
us?
like, what the heck is this supposed to be?
Like, we had the video up last year.
Are you done? Are you done with that? So they didn't give you enough info. They didn't tell you. It looks more like a rectangle, yes, but it's a square.
Oh, area of the base. Oh, you're silly.
I don't use password. I just use like micro. Right? That's the same thing. What? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I thought Cup Secret was something else. I swore that it was something else. Micro, so it's the same. It's the same acronym.
Should have kept recording.
I'm not gonna say concert. I want to say micro. We are off-brand. Yeah, we're just an off-brand concert. L is the slant. Yeah, that's the 3.5. Oh. For the piece pyramid. Why do they have 20 meters down there? It should be data.
All right. What's the formula for the surface area of a square pyramid? We know it is
Half LP plus B.
big B, right?
Uh-huh.
All right. So slant height they give us, which is what?
3.5.
3.5. Now it is a square, so the perimeter would be 4.5 times 4, which is what? 18. And the area of the base would be 4.5 squared, 20.25. Okay. Now I'm going to take 1/2 times 3.5 times 18 plus 20.25. So on your calculator, 1/2 of 18 is 9 times 3.5, which is
Did you do 1/2?
31.5.
30 what? $31.5 plus 20.25. 51.75.
Yes.
All right. Questions on that one? Okay. Now this is something that,
Oh, it's opened up here.
yes. Look, it is something that we have not really talked about that we're going to talk about Monday. Okay? But we threw it in there just because you're going to have to recognize the 3-dimensional and then the 2-dimensional. Now, there's more than one way to draw a 2-dimensional. This is the same as this. They just put each one here, right? Versus keeping them all here because it would be, why did they do that for this? So you can what? Yeah, you couldn't really fold that one up and make it stay together, yeah. I mean, you could, but it would this only, you know what I mean? It would be more difficult. That's why they did that one, this one. But this is the same thing. So you're going to find the area of the base. It's actually easier sometimes to do this and find each one separately, right?
Not really, because it's just open, like, if you're doing, like, a foldable.
Sure. I mean, if it's together, but if you do it separately, yes. So we could do it separately without using the formula. So I know that this is 6, this is 6, and this is 6, which means it's a what? Square. So big B would be what? 36. Okay? Now, if I wanted to do it each shape individually, watch. Now I'm going to do this triangle right here. Just this triangle. It tells me, what's the shape, what's the area for a triangle?
Base times height divided by 12.
In this case would be 1/2 6 times 12. What's half of 6?
3.
Times 12? 36. But that's only for one triangle. How many are there? 4. So we multiply it by 4 because there are 4 triangles. 36 times 4 is?
They don't all look the same size.
144.
Wait, wouldn't you still divide it because it's a triangle?
Well, let's try it. Let's try it both ways. Well, I did. Okay.
Yeah, I got the same answer, but I was like,
So you add those two together, plus 36, and what do we get? 180?
6? 8, yeah.
We get 180? Let's try it with the formula, though, to see how it works. So the formula says what? 1/2.
LP plus AB.
What's L?
That is 12.
12. What's perimeter?
24.
Right, 6 times 4. So we got it. All right, 6 times 4. The perimeter is 24, that's 12. And what's the area of the base? 36. So let's plug it in. We get 1/2. Slant height is what? 12 times the perimeter is 24 plus 36. Let's see if it works. So in your calculator, 1/2 of 12 is what?
6.
6 times 24?
Whoa.
Why is it 22?
Works. See? Same.
Are you doing that?
So, you can do it individually,
So,
or you can use the formula.
so can we, like, take, this is like,
All right.